story of Space Elders! Today, we join our elders as they are about to encounter the Borg for the second time.
Man, these Borg ships sure are sparsely decorated and poorly lit.
Well, I sure hope we get to spend more time with the Borg this time. I mean, last time we didn't even get to the first discussion.
I am 5 of 7. I am here to show you the way.
Hey, that's why we're here too.
Hello, Mr. 5 of 7. Oh, we met your cousin 3 of 7 last time. I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know.
The Mormons.
Oh.
Yes, your exploits are known throughout the collective.
Hey, Lehigh, we're famous, huh?
All Borg are one. Whatever one experiences becomes available to all.
Well, that would speed up fast and testimony meetings. Say, where are you taking us?
To her chambers. She is expecting you.
I don't like the sound of that.
Welcome, elders. I have been anticipating your arrival.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Lehigh, and he's Butch.
Hi.
I have wonderful plans for you boys. Together we will rule over the perfect Borg galaxy.
Well, I hope this can wait until after our mission is over.
Ma'am, who exactly are you, and why do you have plans for us?
I am the Borg.
Well, I thought they were the Borg.
They are, and I am. And once we assimilate you two, you will be Borg as well.
Oh, I get it. He's a Borg, she's a Borg. Everywhere a Borg, old MacDonald had a Borg.
Knock it off, Butch.
Oh.
We better come up with a plan quick, or we're going to be assimilated.
Okay, Ms. Borg, tell you what. I'll give you my new fender flares and the luggage rack off of Lehigh's bike, and we'll just be on our way.
You will look cute in black rubber suits, and I have picked out some special prosthetic parts for each of you. Soon you'll be my lieutenants, my consorts, my special friends. Together we will assimilate the Federation, then the Romulans, then the Cardassians, and then whoever else we can find. And we will have fun doing it. Hook them to the assimilator.
Hey, come on, let us go!
Nothing like the assimilation of new young men to make one forget about how Locutus left me without saying goodbye.
Something is wrong. The assimilation process has failed. They have already been assimilated by a stronger force than the Borg.
Quick, shut down the machinery. The feedback could contaminate the collective. What have you done to my beloved collective?
Well, once you hooked us up to that gizmo over there, all of our experiences were spread throughout the entire Borg race.
Lehigh and I were able to bear our testimonies to more than 7 billion beings at one time.
It was kind of like General Conference, except without the crying babies and the old people going to sleep.
Yeah.
We not only got to give the first discussion to the Borg, but to pretty much teach the whole gospel to all of them at once. Could it be? Have the Borg finally met their match? Could Butch and Lehigh be immune to the assimilation process? Tune in next time to hear the Borg say...
I am Elder 5 of 7, and this is my companion 4 of 9. We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
No! You've turned the most feared race in the galaxy into a bunch of jello-loving, suburban-driving moral goody-goodies.
Well, you think that people were afraid of you before. Wait until you start approaching planets now. Man, I'd hate to play word ball against these guys.
I think our work here is done. Hey, can we count all 7 billion as converts?
Well, technically, we didn't baptize them. We'll have to check with Zone Leader Hansen just to be sure.
What about me? I was queen. I was the most powerful being in the galaxy, ruler of an entire race of warriors. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, I guess you are now the most powerful Relief Society president in the galaxy. Congratulations. Gotta go.
Bye-bye, sister.
On the next artificial limb attaching episode of Space Elders!
Van Halen.
We're here.
Brought to you
by Hoops Vision. They want to help you focus. Call 877-30-LASIK or schedule a free consultation at hoopsvision.com.
Don't worry, Gina. We'll help you out.
Thanks.
Seeks O Seeks.
Yeah.
You want to sponsor that?
It's 6:06, and that's brought to you by Snowbird. There's no off-season. They're opening for the summer on Saturday, June 15th. Go to snowbird.com to book your stay. See you at the Bird.
So I believe I know why you played that song. But, we could have played Grazing in the Grass because it's Lloyd Butler's birthday
Baby,
today.
can you dig it?
Yeah. Can you dig it? Dig it, dig it.
I can dig
Friends of Distinction.
He can dig it. She can dig it. We can dig
That's
it.
a pretty cool song, actually. And it's Freddie Stone's birthday today. Think. He's
Sly
part of
and
a
the Family?
Bingo, Gina's got it.
There you go.
Gina, you deserve a sponsorship for that.
I think so.
That's
No,
two's enough for right now.
Tom Evans from Badfinger celebrating a birthday today. Oh, Superman. Laurie Anderson's birthday, the former Mrs. Lou Reed. I guess she's not the
No,
former.
she's still. She's just gone.
She's,
but
she's the
widowed.
Mrs. former Lou Reed.
The widowed.
The widow of Lou Reed. And it's Marky Mark's birthday.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But then we would have had to play Marky Mark.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. He had 3 nipples,
He's been in and around town filming a movie.
Oh, really? Come in and show us your nipples. He had a vestigial nipple. And let's see, there was one other birthday before, because I know why you played that one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Peter Erskine's birthday. He's a drummer for a really interesting avant-garde jazz band, Weather Report. Pretty famous.
I thought you were going to bring up Kenny G. It's Kenny G.
It is Kenny G's birthday, but I just violated my own rule. I never speak his name aloud.
No? Did
No.
Kenny G wrong you in some way?
Oh, he knows
Yes.
what he did.
Yes. He was on the radio.
All we have is Christmas songs from
No,
Kenny G.
come on. We don't have any just straight ahead Kenny
All we have
G.
is Christmas songs.
And it's the drummer from Iron Maiden's birthday.
Oh, that would have been fun.
No.
No, just...
Oh, he was in Power Slave, too. How about that? So, but...
No, Power Slave is the
is that
album.
Is that the album? Oh, it's the only album he's on.
It's a song.
Yeah.
It's
the only album he's on then. Because it says Iron Maiden, Power Slave. And a lot
maybe
of times that means...
maybe he's just featured on Power Slave.
Or maybe he's a slave to the power.
But I know why you played that song. Because...
On this day.
Yeah.
In 1956, one of the Butler brothers, they're not twins, right? No, because they would both be listed here. No. Richard Butler from the Psychedelic
No,
Furs.
they are twins. They were just born in different years.
Or different days. That happens.
Occasionally. Mm-hmm. Oh, Pete Wentz, too. But we hear enough Fall Out Boy, don't
Yeah, we talked about it.
we? Yeah, not long, I would think.
Yeah, the station plays plenty of Fall Out Boy. We didn't need to go there.
Well, so there you go. That's it.
That's it?
That's
We
good
can go
enough.
now?
I think that's
That's
it for the show.
good enough.
I'm done.
There, that's the famous Kenny G right there. Did you really just look that up?
What is it called? Can't.
Oh, come on. It's on the tip of your tongue.
No, it isn't.
Here.
I certainly have heard it 10 million times.
It's his big hit, Bill.
I know.
He's retired off money
What's
from...
it called, Gina? You don't remember
It's
either.
one word.
It is one word.
Breathe.
No.
It's a
Spit.
it's a compound word.
Spit. Sit and spin.
I used to know.
Spit valve. That's
No, it's not.
No.
It's. I knew it was one word though.
It is one word, a compound word. Songbird.
I didn't know that.
Well, of course not. You're waiting for the dentist when you hear this.
No, Dr. Kelly Carroll does
That's
not
true.
play
That's
Kenny
true.
G.
That's true.
It's yeah, see, and that song ruined Kenny G for me. I think he's probably a very talented musician who does lots of things, but
Do you know what? He's funny.
Bleh.
Apparently, his Twitter is
You
hilarious.
should. I follow him on Twitter.
I don't.
Because I saw him comment. You see these people like Richard Marks that
he's
that
hilarious.
comment on Trump, and you're like, I didn't realize you were funny, and I agree with you, Richard Marks. I'm going to follow you on. The same thing happened with Kenny G. I'm like, Kenny G has a sense of humor. Look at that.
You know, Gina, you complain all the time about not having enough time.
Oh,
listen.
my time waster of Twitter has been well documented.
Go
on
through the
this.
list and start just getting rid of them.
Well,
guess-
I think that she is on Twitter when she's waiting for kids.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I think she spends most of her time waiting for kids.
I was waiting for my cat to get his stitches out the other day, and I was on the phone, looking at stuff on my phone. I was reading Twelfth Night by Shakespeare.
On
so,
your phone?
Yeah, on Kindle.
Were you really?
Haven't you read that
Yes,
before?
I've been in it 3 times.
Yeah.
So why are you-
What are you reading it again?
Because they're doing it at the Utah Shakespeare Festival, and our literary group is reading Shakespeare.
Your book club.
Yeah, that's what. If you want to call it that,
It's
that's
a
okay.
book club.
It's a literary group. All right. What are you reading in yours, Gina?
A book?
Yeah, because you're a book club. We're reading a play by Shakespeare.
In book form.
But no, I was reading it on Kindle, and it's in play form. Anyway, let's get this thing on the road.
Okay, let's get it over with.
Check-ins?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's try that. 877. I didn't have a good one today, though. 877-602-9696. Call and check in. It lets us know that you're ready for us to do a show. You would like us to do a show. You'd like us to be better and more creative than we've just been in the ensuing or the previous moments. So call 877-602-9696. And if you would, please, Sarge brought us Klondike bars
Oh, yes.
the other day. So 3 words or less, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
What would you do for a Klondike?
All right.
I mean, just, you know what a Klondike bar is, right? Well, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Because that's all I could think of. 877-602-9696. Check in.
Okay.
I wish we could talk about movies.
Yeah, tomorrow we talk about movies.
And we'll be talking about movies, I'm sure, that are at the Salt Lake Film Society. If you go to their website, slfs.org, that's Salt Lake Film Society, you will find a wealth of information, the movies that are playing there. That's always good. And you'll be able to join the Red Carpet Club, which is a way to help out the Salt Lake Film Society because it's a nonprofit.
You're a patron of the
org-
arts
yeah,
if you do that.
Exactly. It's a nonprofit arts organization, just like the symphony, the ballet, the opera, all of that. And we're lucky to have it here. A lot of cities of Salt Lake size don't have a great independent film organization like the Salt Lake Film
We
Society.
are lucky
Yeah.
that we have them.
Yeah, and if you have not ever been to a film at the Salt Lake Film Society, email me, bill@x96.com, and ask for some recommendations, and I'll look through the list and say, well, maybe there's nothing for a first timer this time, but I'll find you something to go to the Broadway or the Tower and see. So figure it out yourself or by going to the website, slfs.org.
The Toyota Salt.
Well, I see no one's called to check in with the Radio from Hell show, 877-602-9696, and tell us in 3 words or less, what would you do for a Klondike bar? But you could tell us anything you want. If you want to check in, maybe tell us how much you like Mill Creek coffee, as I like Mill Creek coffee, and I'm having some right now. But I guess we should officially begin the radio show.
When it comes to mortgage lending, call Rick at Vintage Lending. Where else are you going to go? 16 years experience. Call Rick 801-809-SAVE or loansbyrick.com.
The moon is a waxing crescent. It will set today at 8:05 a.m., today being, Wednesday. It's the 5th day of June in the year of our Lord 2019. And this is the morning show that, as of this morning, has a 94% approval rating in the Republican Party. That's an all-time record. Can you believe that?
Really?
An all-time record for us. We are the Radio from Hell show, the unindicted co-conspirators of morning radio, the lords of morning radio, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi. The producer of the Radio from Hell show is Katie, and that's short for Caitlin, Jones. And there's somebody with a lot of hair in the booth helping.
Well, there's Parker, of course.
Oh, it's Parker, and then there's somebody else with a lot of hair.
That you don't want to meet
You don't
yet.
want to meet, yeah.
Oh,
When do you want to meet him?
If he's
After a week?
If it's a guy.
Yes.
If he's hanging on by Friday, I'll learn his name.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So 877-602-9696. Maybe the phones don't work. We're having
they work.
trouble. Oh yeah, somebody's there.
They're fine. Let's go to Kimberly.
Wait, we got a sponsor
okay.
check-ins. That's a whole
Sponsor
different thing
check-ins,
from opening. Fifth Annual Wee Beer Festival at Golden Spike Event Center, Saturday, June 15th. 45 different local artisan brews, entertainment vendors, food, and more. Go to goldenspikeeventcenter.com.
All right.
Hi,
Hey,
Kimberly.
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 Hey there.
Hi, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'm going to bring in the fighting words.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not one.
Nothing.
You don't,
Don't want a Klondike bar?
Have you ever had a Klondike bar?
I have. I'm just not that big a fan.
Okay.
I'd rather have just straight ice cream.
You know, I'll tell you something. Thanks for checking in, Kimberly. 877-602-9696. My wife found these at, I think at Harmon's yesterday. You ever seen these?
What?
These are candy bars.
Yeah.
They're very...
I've seen them. I haven't
They're
really
candy bars,
don't
essentially.
know anything about them, though.
My God, they're good.
What is it?
They're called... This one's called... The brand is Mayana, M-A-Y-A-N-A, candy bars. This one was coconut and... the Coconut Dream bar. This one... The writing is kind of... Something in bacon. Heavens to Bacon.
Heavens to bacon?
It was just loaded with bacon.
Heavens to bacon?
In a candy bar.
It's going to be the name of Gina's biography.
Yep.
This is the Fix Bar.
That's my
Which
sign
is
off, by the way.
the Fix Bar is vanilla shortbread and caramel and chocolate. And then there's the coconut one is coconut cookies with salted caramel and creamy coconut.
Wow.
I mean, these are
And they're like $15.
I don't know how much they
I
were.
bet they're pricey.
The price is not on them, but they're the kind of candy bar that you put on a little tray and then you cut it into slices. They're just delicious. I couldn't. So, what would you do for a Mayana chocolate bar?
This doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Well, slap my grandma.
Well, don't do that.
For a Klondike bar?
Listen, if no one wants to check in, I've got a quick story to tell you.
Okay.
All right. This is why we should never worry about losing our jobs.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get this every morning, and it's a radio and music professionals newsletter.
Yeah.
RAMP is what it's called. And down at the bottom, they usually have DJs having babies or dead DJs or retiring DJs.
Okay.
So here we go. We are saddened to learn that the legendary boss jock Humble Harv Miller died Tuesday morning.
Humble Harv.
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
June 4th in his home in Camarillo, California. He was 85. Miller began his long and illustrious career in 1958 at WAAT in Trenton, New Jersey. Later that year, he moved to WIBG in Philadelphia, where he worked until 62. And then it goes on. He moved to Los Angeles, established himself in the market at KBLA in Burbank, before going on to achieve his greatest fame, working as a nighttime jock for the legendary Boss Radio, KHJ in LA. Guys, they go on and on and on. In 1971, Miller gained a high level of notoriety.
Oh, I know what happened.
When he killed his wife, Mary.
Shot his wife. Killed her.
Who allegedly was having an affair.
Well, you can't blame him then.
Now, here's the key part. This is why I say to you, let's not worry about losing our jobs. After serving a stretch in prison for manslaughter, Harv was hired by KKDJ in L.A. and then continued to work throughout his years at KIQQ, KIIS, KU, and they list all of these stations.
Well, he couldn't hold a job,
Wow.
apparently. Yeah,
So,
I remember
murdered
that.
his wife.
Yeah, Tom Greenlee, our old boss, knew him.
well, Kerry, it was good for ratings. Aren't you going to listen to the Murderer in the Morning or whatever?
No,
Humble Harv.
Humble Harv. He's humble.
He was humble.
That reminds me. I started to show you this, Bill, at Pride. My dad, good morning, Dad. He's listening.
Hi, Tom.
Was in a
I
national.
was going to say hi, Gary, but I just,
was in a national ad campaign for Firestone tires.
Oh, I watched that.
Isn't it cool?
Resend that to me, and
I will.
We'll play that.
It's from 1972. And the premise of the ad campaign was, so you listen to the radio in the morning for the weather report and the traffic report. How does the morning DJ get in work in the morning?
in bad traffic or weather.
Bad weather, so they go to, it's Salt Lake City, it's snowy. How does the morning DJ there, so it's him driving to work in his car.
What year would that have been?
72.
72?
I'll send it to.
But here's the thing that I noticed is that Tom does have a radio voice.
Oh, totally.
that he puts on when he's on the radio.
Totally.
And then when he's speaking normal, he's just a normal guy.
Yeah,
But
he
the
talks
funniest,
normally, kinda.
the funniest part about this commercial, or should I tell you after we play it?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
we'll play
okay,
it.
we'll
We'll play it coming
All
up.
right.
All right. Speaking of traffic, how
Well,
how are
Kerry
the snow-
Jackson,
how are the snow tires?
Yeah, you don't need your snow tires today because we've got smooth sailing, except for State Street, closed at 90th South. Crews are finishing overnight construction there. Should be open in about a half hour. No accidents to report so far, but if you want to share one with us, 33986. The Summer Farmers Market kicks off June 8th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Historic Pioneer Park. Continues every Saturday through October. Get more details at slcfarmersmarket.org.
Carrie,
Yes.
that humble harv story, even more than assuring us of having our jobs, I think also it should put our wives on notice. It's, just don't piss us off, okay?
I won't lose my job, apparently. All right.
Listen, let me,
Please.
If you got the allergies, you got stuff going on this spring, you're sneezing, you're coughing, some people get bloody noses, it's awful. May I suggest you use Simply Saline Nasal Spray. It's a drug-free way to help relieve congestion immediately so that you can breathe easier in just seconds. If you're already taking any kind of a over-the-counter medication or a prescription, that maybe you use an inhaler, you use nasal sprays, this can work in conjunction with those. You don't have to limit the use of Simply Saline Nasal Spray. You can use it as often as you want during the day, and it really does help you with you have a runny nose. You get the pollen up there. You get all that, it flushes it all out, and it really is very soothing. It's Simply Saline Nasal Spray. You get better sleep. You'll clear your nasal passageway before sports. Use it for travel. All you have to do is find more information of where you can buy it by going to their website, simplysaline.com.
When Carrie, Bill, and Gina run out of things to bitch about, we give you a 1-hour nonstop music wingding at 10 a.m. on X96.
Hey, we're Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning.
Yes, I am a nerd, bookworm. I'm studious, from my cerebral cortex to my gluteus.
Catch us live in concert Saturday, June 22nd at the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City.
Go to RhettandLinkLive.com for tickets and more information.
When you're shopping for a home and you find one you love, you want to make your move fast. Zions Bank can help. Introducing Zip Mortgage, powered by Zions Bank. It's a fast, simple, and convenient way to apply for a mortgage online. All to help you get from love it to own it, lickety-split. For a faster way to apply for a mortgage, Zions Bank is for you. Apply today at zionsbank.com/zip. Loan subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. Division of Zions Bank Corporation and member FDIC. NMLS number 4670144. Equal housing lender.
For tile, wood, and stone, come to the nationwide low price leader, Floor & Decor. The prices are the lowest you will find.
Not only did we find lots of options, we were like, oh my gosh, it's so affordable.
It's affordable no matter what your budget.
I saved a lot of money at the under budget. Way under budget, yeah.
It's really the best pricing.
You're getting an incredible product for an amazing price.
Why wouldn't you want to save money and make your house look great?
I love to save money. Who doesn't like to save money? Floor & Decor. For a store near you, visit flooranddecor.com.
So you need a car, huh? With your credit issues? Good luck, pal. Rick, get a load of this guy.
Hey, I'm Doug, and I've been that guy until I found Fast Start Auto. When they told me that they don't care about my credit issues, I thought, yeah, right. They told me all I need is a driver's license and a job, which I have. Then they pointed me to the lot and said, go pick out my favorite. You're approved.
Fast Start Auto at GetMyKeysNow.com. GetMyKeysNow.com.
I don't know if you're like me, but I don't ever buy things online without reading the reviews. And the same went for my mortgage. I was so impressed by the reviews for Security Service Federal Credit Union. Like this one from Fred S. My wife and I used Security Service Mortgage to purchase our first home. Everything was delivered as promised, with no hidden fees and a high degree of transparency. Our loan officer was very efficient and always available via phone and email. We are very satisfied and ended up closing on time, with no delays. And there's so many more great reviews like Fred's. Wow, talk about a 5-star mortgage lender. Security Service also provides money-saving options like great low interest rates, up to $5,000 off closing closing costs, and no origination fee. If you're ready to buy a home, go online to ssfcu.org and read the reviews for yourself. You can also apply for your home loan while you're there.
Security Service is an equal housing lender. Membership eligibility required. Loan subject to credit approval. Minimum loan amount may apply. Offer to save up to $5,000 in select closing costs does not cover certain costs. Offer is valid for select products only. Not valid for FHA or VA loans. Closing costs may vary based on transaction. Conditions for early payment and other restrictions apply. For details, visit ssfcu.org/mortgage. Offer subject to change. Valid in Texas, Colorado, and Utah.
No other diamond buying experience comes close to Diamonds Direct.
So we drove about 250 miles one way. The round trip, it was about a 9-hour trip.
Jacob Ham and his fiancée Danica drove from Idaho to Salt Lake City because they were so unhappy with other jewelry stores.
Yeah, there were a lot more of, we have these rings and we need to sell these rings.
It was run by, college students or people that didn't really know diamonds.
At Diamonds Direct, each associate is a diamond expert who educates you and even shares the industry secrets behind the diamond buying process. So you make a smart choice from their selection of over 3,000 diamonds.
They didn't just show us a bunch of pre-made diamond rings. They actually walked us through the different clarity and color. That really made us feel like we were kind of in control of this decision. It was definitely worth it. Once you go there, you'll never go anywhere else. It's just amazing.
Diamonds Direct. Well worth the drive from Idaho and anywhere else in Salt Lake City. 6400 South across the street from Fashion Place Mall.
Are you tired of playing the guessing game? Well, go to KBB.com, value your vehicle, and bring it into the Big Green dealerships where we'll buy it from you for $2,000 more. Larry H. Miller Used Car Supermarkets, Big Green dealerships, LHMUseCars.com, driven by you.
From 20th Century Fox, the X-Men's greatest enemy will come from within.
Jean, the X-Men fear you, and what they fear, they seek to destroy.
This Friday, the Phoenix will rise. X-Men Dark Phoenix, Friday, rated PG-13.
What comic book is Carrie currently enjoying? Follow him on Twitter at RFH Carrie. Radio from Hell on X96.
I thought I would do what I could to get a jump started.
To make Trump feel unwelcome in the UK, but for Trump, protests are like Eric. He just pretends they don't exist.
As you hold talks with the current Prime Minister, the leader of Her Majesty's opposition has been addressing a protest rally against your visit in Trafalgar Square.
As far as the protests, I have to tell you, even coming over today, there were thousands of people cheering. And then I heard that there were protests. I said, where are the protests? I don't see any protests. I did see a small protest today when I came, very small. So a lot of it is fake news.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Trump is adorable, man. Come on, huh? Because, he doesn't go with one excuse. He gives you all of them, and you can pick which one you like best, huh? He's like, the people were cheering. I see no protest. I saw a small protest, but it was a fake protest, and I didn't see it.
This is Radio from Hell. Carrie, Bill, and Gina. X96.
All right, things that must go coming up. So, a reasonable amount of news brought to you by.
Brought to you by Wednesdays are movie nights this summer at the Gateway. Experience your favorite films under the stars featuring food, popcorn, beer for those of age. Movies start at sunset. Get details at shopthegateway.com.
Popcorn beer? Oh, there's a comma there probably. So University of Utah professor is weighing in on Lori Loughlin.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's necessary.
Well, that's interesting. University of Utah law professor expects that Lori Loughlin will serve time if she's found guilty.
Good. I don't know why that'll make me happy if she serves time.
If she's found guilty in the college admission scandal. Quote, I think if she is found guilty that she will serve time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, female rule breakers have not had as much luck in evading justice as men have, said University of Utah law professor Shima Baradaran Bauman. She said, Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo, accused of paying $500,000 in bribes so that their daughters, Olivia Jade and Bella Giannulli, would be crew members, recruits for the University of Southern California. Of course, they never were on the crew team at all. Loughlin and Giannulli pleaded guilty back in April, according to the AP. Loughlin and Giannulli are among dozens of other parents named in this case. But Loughlin was greeted by much fanfare when she arrived at the court for her not guilty plea in April. Bauman said she was not surprised by that, since Loughlin has a big cultural following even today. America grew up with Lori Loughlin, she said. She played a lovable, relatable mother figure, and some people still love her for that.
And she's extra Jesus-y.
There's also something relatable about Laughlin's scenario. Parents can relate to doing anything for their children, and sometimes that means making bad decisions. Ms. Bauman said, I think a lot of American women can relate to a mother doing anything she can to help her children get into college. Most would not go that far. Well, most people don't have that kind of money.
Exactly.
But they can at least understand the temptation, and that's why federal prosecutors have made such a big deal out of the case. She said, prosecutors use high-profile cases to make examples for the common American, she said. Which, that in a way, that's not fair either, is it? No. To use her as an example, where they're going to, and I think part of what she's saying is, she's saying that because of her status, extra Jesus-y, or people love her from
celebrity,
TV, so she's going to get treated much more harshly than just some guy who did it. Some dad who did that. Oh, listen, we'll fine you, and
They'll
you're
make
on
an
probation.
example of her.
Yeah, they'll make an example of her. James Ketchum has died, and that's not a name that's going to ring any bells, really. But Dr. James S. Ketchum was an Army psychiatrist who in the late 60s conducted experiments with LSD and other powerful hallucinogens using volunteer soldiers as test subjects in secret research on chemical agents that might incapacitate the minds of battlefield adversaries. He died at his home in Arizona. He was 87. His wife confirmed the death on Monday. Cause not determined. He's 87. Decades before a convention eventually signed by more than 190 nations outlawed chemical weapons, Dr. Ketchum argued that recreational drugs favored by the counterculture at the time could be used humanely to befuddle small units of enemy troops.
Befuddle?
And that a psychedelic cloud of confusion could stupefy whole battlefield regiments more ethically than the lethal explosions and the flying steel of conventional weapons or of conventional gases and things
Love
like
and
that.
rockets carry
ball of confusion.
I'm not going to.
But don't do that.
I didn't want to.
For nearly a decade, he spearheaded those studies. They were secret studies. Now, the guys who participated in it were volunteers, but they kept it on the down low because he said sometimes they would find soldiers mumbling as they pondered non-existent objects, or picking obsessively at their bedclothes, or walking around in dreamlike deliriums. Asked to perform reasonable tasks, some subjects could not stop laughing. It sometimes took days for the effects to wear off of the psychedelics. And even then, Dr. Ketchum wrote in a self-published memoir, many displayed irrational aggression and fear. He built padded rooms to minimize their injuries, but occasionally someone would escape and get injured because he kept them dosed up on LSD constantly.
He's a mad scientist.
Yeah, essentially.
I wonder what would happen.
Now, well, I mean, his motives were this is
He was
not as bad.
experimenting on military personnel.
This is not, but his motive was this would not be as bad as spraying the enemy with mustard gas, because that's a horrific thing to do.
And this would wear off eventually.
Yeah, and this would wear off, and maybe it would just make them go, oh, I don't want to fight anymore, and put down their weapons. But he was sort of discredited after the whole thing. Let's see. People in Logan paying their last respects to Jessica Whipple, or it was
Elizabeth.
Lizzie. Jessica and Dietrich Black. Jessica is her mother, and Dietrich is her fiance. They held on to each other, and the small white casket, it was adorned with colorfully painted butterflies. They listened to a lullaby that they had sung to their daughter, too many nights to count. There was a choir, Logan High School choir came and sang. It was a very, very touching and sad moment as they put this little 5-year-old girl in the ground. There were hundreds of motorcycle riders who escorted a hearse carrying her casket to the Logan City Cemetery. Let's see, nearly 200 teachers in Salt Lake City School District were protesting. They made signs A few were written in pencil on pieces of lined paper or manila folders. One sign was laminated, but nearly all of them had the same message. 6%. That's the raise that 200 teachers asked for on Tuesday night, last night, as they filled nearly every seat in front of the Salt Lake City Board of Education. They weren't allowed to speak at the public meeting. It's a public meeting, but I'm sorry, you teachers can't speak.
You might embarrass us.
And they weren't allowed to speak, so with their signs, they made their opinions known as best they could. Teachers are doing more than ever before, said Chelsea Acosta, a teacher at Glendale Middle School. And we're done. We're done being disrespected as far as finances go. This is our silent protest. The room was crammed full with many educators standing in the back and along the sides. They all wore red T-shirts to show solidarity as a teacher union. And when it came time for the comment period, where complaints concerning bidding or contracts cannot, by Salt Lake City District policy, be openly discussed until salary negotiations have finished, all of the teachers walked out. 200 of them quietly just got up and walked out. And you know, and again, we'll remind you of the story this week of, and I think last week, $44 million spent on a testing system here that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that they knew wouldn't work, or that had not worked in other places.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump in London. And he's said a lot of things, and a lot of them just not true, as usual.
Yeah.
He made a comment at a business roundtable in London. You know, we, meaning the United States, we're your largest partner. You're our largest partner. That's really not true.
No.
When it comes to international trade, and he's ostensibly there to work on some kind of trade deal with the UK. The United States' top partners in trade are Mexico, Canada, and China.
Yeah.
The UK is somewhere, Britain is somewhere down the list on 7 or 8. But his comments about trade were inaccurate, and everybody kind of looked at each other and went, that's him. What he also said, now he was criticizing the mayor of London, and one of the things he criticized him with is, crime is up here, a lot of problems. This isn't always a good thing to do when you're a guest.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Crime has gone up in London. So he said something true. But then he said, as we heard, was it the Daily Show say?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. I said, where are the protests? I don't see any protests. I did see a small protest today when I came. Very small. So a lot of that's fake news. Well, calling the protests small or fake news contradicts all photographic and video evidence of the number of protesters there.
It was huge.
Yeah. Now, they do say it wasn't as big as the first time he went to England, right after he was elected, but they're still pretty huge.
I don't know how you can see that footage and say, well, that's nothing.
Oh, he looks at it and says, look, they love me. Like he's not paying attention to what they're saying or doing, but it's a big crowd for him.
And there is footage, and Kerry mentioned this yesterday, you can contrast the protesters with footage of the motorcade going into London from the airport. Nobody along the route.
Compared to when Obama visited.
Yeah.
All
right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
Utah Arts Festival, June 20th through the 23rd at Library Square. From live music, visual artists, all things literary. Utah Arts Festival. Get tickets at uaf.org. Serena Williams is the first athlete on Forbes' richest self-made women list. And higher on the list than Serena, Utah's own Gail Miller.
Really?
Yay! Who's a very, very nice person. Does a lot of good for the community, and she's a self-made woman. That's enough sports for now. Weather, a lot like yesterday, warm, 83, sunny. Nice day for the pool, but not in Pleasant Grove. I'm sure Bill will be addressing that at some point.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Traffic brought to you by Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. Get services on brakes, batteries, spark plugs, and more. Jiffy Lube, you can do more in a jiffy. Go to jiffylubutah.com. Oil changes online. Save big. Crash southbound I-15 Shepherd Lane in Farmington, off to the right shoulder. That's the only accident so far this morning. If you see something and want to share it, text it to us if it's safe for you to do so at 33986.
All right. Things That Must Go, brought to you by?
Brought to you by the 5th Annual Wee Beer Festival at Golden Spike Event Center, Saturday, June 15th. 45 different local artisan brews, entertainment, vendors, food, and more. GoldenSpikeEventCenter.com.
Things that must go on the radio.
Well, these are things that you can't stand anymore, things that you really want to go from your life. You've just had it. And so you put it down in an email, and you send it to radiofromhell@x96.com, and you put must go, in the subject line. And then maybe it'll help. I'll begin today. I have two of my own. I've done this one before, but I've heard too many people say this lately. Long story short. When someone says long story short, A, it's a crutch, and B, it never is a short story. It always ends up being a long story, even though you have just said to me, okay, long story short, and then you tell me way too long a story. And then the other thing that must go is when you go to Costco to buy only one thing. Because when you go to buy just one item, you get, or at least I do, you get your cart, this gigantic cart, and you go, well, I better put some other stuff in it. And what goes from a $12 purchase to a $150 purchase, I don't know how that happens, but that must go. All right. This one is, feel free to use my name. It's Nathan. Commuting from Tooele to Salt Lake every day is its own special hell. But I signed up for that when I moved out here. What I didn't realize I was signing up for was the giant and prolific spiders in Tooele. I don't need to make them go, however. The chemicals work just fine. I don't need you to make them go. The chemicals work fine. What I need you to make go away forever is the billboard advertising pest control services. As I'm leaving every morning, it jumps out from behind a corner featuring a 30-foot wide, super high fidelity, very hairy spider.
Really?
If that weren't enough, this isn't a top-down or side shot. This monstrously big insect stares straight out into traffic. There is no peace in Tooele, and there won't be ever again until this super spider is gone. Thanks for letting me listen. I look forward to your divine magics disappearing this terror from my life forever. Did you see the video I tweeted for you, Gina?
Thank you.
It's a mother wolf spider.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Somebody holding it in his hand, and it's covered with babies.
Yep.
It's
Thank you for that. But
I like spiders, and I'm not particularly frightened of them, but it's gross. Yeah. This one, you can see that at RFH Bill. This one, Morning Lords, please say my name. Nick. No, Lang. That's what he wants to be called, Lang. Here are some more things that I would appreciate being eviscerated from the face of the earth. Gina's Utah accent.
What?
I now consider myself a good Oregonian because I put the effort in getting rid of my terrible speaking habits. When Gina decided to come out and forget what a T is in Multnomah Falls, advertisements. He's criticizing your pronunciation.
Multnomah?
Your pronunciation of that word. Yeah, it's Multnomah. Multnomah. And I forget what you said. Multnomah or something.
Multnomah.
Anyway.
Hell?
There's a T in it, I guess.
Anybody would have trouble pronouncing that.
Yeah. Advertisements before any of the Radio from Hell, Geek Show, or Remain Seated podcasts. I pay for premium on Spotify, and I still have to put up with that.
That's
Spotify.
Yeah, that's not us.
It's not us. And non-biological parent rules. I have 2 amazing bonus children I consider my own, and still have to watch everything I do with them, from religion, parenting, or just being myself. I hate that paranoia. Bill, make mine ado. Carrie, hey, the Geek Show. Gina, I can't believe I'm a huge fan of your podcast now.
Aww.
Monkey-loving Lang.
Thanks, Lang.
And finally, this one. This is Rants from a Reject. I felt bad about this one. People telling me anything, and I mean anything, will be super easy, dude. I can't think of one hugging thing in my entire life that was anywhere as easy as someone said it would be. Also, the same people assuming that I have the same degree of expertise, equipment, money, access, physical beauty, or social support as they do to make it super easy, dude. Imagine me punching you in the throat and then telling you just how easy it is to breathe. This is from a person who has a physical disability.
Oh, okay.
As you will see.
I couldn't see where he was going.
You'll see it. Number 2, people who mosey through the handicapped parking spots while I idle for 5 minutes waiting. You don't see me gimping along through your normal stalls making you wait.
Wow.
We may be burdens on society, but we do drive and we need to park. Number 3, able-bodied slow walkers. Enjoying that weather? Well, knock it off. This isn't a city park. It's a parking lot at Walmart. Nobody wants to be here any longer than necessary, you baggy pant, flip-flop wearing lerp. I'm not an efficient walker by any means. So if you're able-bodied and slowing me down, you're doing something wrong. I can see your relatively muscular calves under your baggy shorts, you sloth. Pick it up like you're trying to get first in line at a buffet or something. Number 4, the word retard or tard. You know why.
Yeah.
Also the word cripple.
Yeah.
Unless you're referring to my debt, which requires me working
geez.
7 days a week. Number 6, stairs must go. And number 7, lastly, my increasingly crappy attitude and diminishing faith in humanity. I'm really hoping for an asteroid. Thanks for letting me listen, because no other show will. And thanks for letting me vent. I love you guys, and make mine a trough.
Wow.
That's from Woody. Woody, you know, I'm hesitant to say anything other than I understand.
Yeah.
Carrie?
All right. Let's see. This one does not say to use the name, so I will not. My thing that must go is my lovely wife using my gaming computer to watch her obnoxious reality shows. Just when I think she's done with a season 4, more new shows show up. We have multiple TVs and devices you could stream your crap silently on. You know, with headphones, I won't have to hear about Brittany sleeping around with everyone. I have no issues sharing, but after a long work week, house duties, spending time with the family, I'd very much enjoy sitting down and relieving my stress to some mind-numbing video games. Thank you. Let's see, this one from Becca. A lot of it is car and road related. Also, people at my office coming over to me and leaning on and over my desk to talk to people, someone, me, when I'm clearly in the middle of something. Hopefully all these things will magically disappear. Thank you, Becca. Justin says, what must go is almost being 25 years old and just now realizing that Robert Pattinson and Pat Robertson are two different people. When Bill would report on a strange thing that Pat Robertson would say and believe, I thought he was talking about the vampire from Twilight. I never researched or questioned it any further. I just went, huh. Now knowing my mistake, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gina?
Oh, quickly. Let's see.
Yeah.
Price of gas. I'm skipping around because we're late. Price of gas must go. We have toys for summer. We can barely afford to use them. Wow, I feel better. I have faith that this will make all my anxieties go away. Thank you. Confirmation numbers must go. Whenever I'm on the phone with customer service and someone asks me to write down a confirmation number, I never have a pen or paper, so I just pretend I'm writing it down. It's stupid. Also, slimy carrots must go. And Utah word of the day. Well, we're not getting rid of that.
Wow.
And finally this, Baby Shark, doo-doo, OMG, I can't take it anymore.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Only one crash to report, southbound I-15 Shepherd Lane in Farmington on the right shoulder. If you see something, want to share it with friends of the program, you can text it to us 33986 like wreck at 201 on Bangor. Delay heading northbound, that's from a friend of the program. I-15 southbound backed up, clear to Antelope Drive. Thank you for that. Celebrate spring with a big hail. Yes, Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air cleans mainline pipes for $49, including camera inspection, or take $100 off a $300 repair. Call 264-HAIL.
All right, round one of your boners coming up. Stand by for that. Lightstream.
Yes, summer, you need a little extra money. You don't want to spend as much on your interest rates on your credit card. So here's what you can do. You can pay less interest by getting a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. It's an easy way to save hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a lower interest rate. Lightstream offers credit card consolidation loans from 5.95% APR with AutoPay. That's lower than the average credit card interest rate of over 19% APR. And right now, X96 listeners can get a special interest rate. Go to lightstream.com/X96. That's the only way you can get the discount, lightstream.com/X96. Subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.50% auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/X96 for more information.
Technology has evolved to the point where the ultimate goal can now be attainable. You can enjoy X96 in the comfort of your own home without having to get off your ass. Unless, of course, it's for more snacks. If you have a Google Home, simply say, "Hey Google, play X96." Or if you have an Amazon Echo, say, "Alexa, play X96." We are also available on the free X96 app, or you can stream us at x96.com. And if you're feeling old school, you can listen to us at 96.3 FM on the old boombox that you got back in 2004 at